Hi, I'm Brian Crombie, and we're going to be talking on the Brian Crombie Show. We're going to be talking about politics, arts, business, and social issues on the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. It's a pleasure to have you back with us. I wanted to, whether it's because Valentine's Day is coming up or it's a new year or COVID-19, I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine who launched a jewelry business during COVID-19. And so number one, I think launching a business during COVID-19 is kind of interesting and challenging. And so understanding how she did that is going to be part of the story. But then also a jewelry business, I think is a bit of a challenge. And it's a slightly different jewelry business than the norm because her background is absolutely fascinating. And I think we'll learn a little bit about it. She started out as a ballerina with the National Ballet of Canada. And then she morphed into a fashion mogul, and she had a fashion business in New York and in Italy and Florence, and did some incredibly interesting things from a fashion standpoint. And then she got into hypnosis. And so she's got this sort of spiritual side to herself as well. And I think all of that together, fashion and hypnosis, came together to launch her jewelry chain. And I want to introduce you, therefore, to Laurie and Bauld. Laurie,
Hi,
Laurie,
Brian.
how are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. How are you?
Very good. So thank you. And I should have mentioned as well, because you're far better at this than I am, you were an announcer on a bunch of TV shows on CHCH.
I was, yeah. I was a co-host on a television program that was aired on CHCH, and it was called We Mean Business. Thank you for that introduction. Yes, I have. So far.
Just last fall, you launched this online jewelry business.
I did.
What a challenge to launch a business in the middle of COVID-19.
It is, but also too with the restrictions, and I'm a mother of four. And
you have 4 children?
I have 4 children.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, yeah. So with the kids' online school starting, and so they're working from home with their school. And for me, I was teaching ballet, so I was out in the studio, and then my fashion and television work. But I always had this desire to start my own jewelry line. So this is how this has all come about.
Excellent. And these are not like the typical stones that I would see. They're all stones that you said that have different energy?
Yeah, so these are high vibrancy stones and crystals.
High vibrancy stones and crystals.
Yeah, these are they're used for healing tools. With my experience with hypnosis, I am trained and certified in hypnosis and therapy. And a lot of these stones just come with wonderful properties, healing properties. For instance, your rose quartz. Some people know about the rose quartz. It's the universal stone of love.
I thought the diamond was.
That's a different kind of thing, but diamonds are beautiful. But rose quartz is really special because it's in alignment with your heart chakra, and that opens that up, and not just any form of love, friendships. Love for your family and open to communication and those sorts of things.
So the rose quartz, is that the perfect Valentine's Day gift?
It is a Valentine's Day gift also for a best friend, a child, a loved one, your husband, your girlfriend, or whoever. Yeah.
So it can be for a love interest or just a friendship interest?
It's love. It's love. It's love.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is a rose quartz expensive or?
You know what?
It really looks quite beautiful.
It is. It's very beautiful. What I love so much about these pieces is that I've been wearing them, these stones and crystals and gemstones, for so many years, and I've traveled and I've gone to so many different events around the world, and where fashion changes all the time, right? It's never in one place at the right time. But these are such classic, beautiful pieces, and they really do carry so much beautiful energy. And so if someone like me, like I'll wear this with a black dress to an event in France, and I get people, what are you wearing? That's so beautiful. It's so stunning. And yet I can throw that on and go to a yoga class or go to the grocery store. And, and it still has that, you can dress it up, you can dress it down. No, they are, I've kept the prices they're affordable. They're for everybody. Everybody should be able to enjoy that they're beautiful, and they have so many wonderful aspects to
you were
them.
saying you're wearing black onyx?
Yeah, so today I've chosen to wear black onyx. I typically resonate with black onyx. Another one I have in my bag, black obsidian. And those.
So what is black onyx?
So black onyx is it's a stone that sort of represents ambition, drive, stability, being stable, grounded, protection, that sort of thing.
And so why do you said you are attracted to it? Why
I am.
It's about your ambition?
Ambition and focus and those sorts of things. So yeah, so I'm a little more inclined to gravitate towards that. But then I also love my clear quartz, for instance.
Which one is the clear quartz?
I actually, you know what, I don't have, there's some clear quartz inside of the bracelet here. And then there's a white smoky quartz.
So tell us about clear quartz and smoky quartz.
Yeah, so the clear quartz is a clear stone, and it's sort of used as like a magnifying glass. So when you put out your intention, or you have an intention to achieve something, or to do something, or for whatever it is, or manifest something, you can really use it to hold it in your hand and really visualize, and it is represented as a magnifying glass to sort of like really zone in on what it is that you want to achieve, and it's a really fabulous tool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
and
it's beautiful
good for
too.
Maybe a graduation gift for someone that's got to focus on what their future is and magnify.
Absolutely, really magnify that. Or, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a mother of four, and I find my children even will gravitate to a particular stone, and I have a lot of the jewelry in an angel form. Like my daughter loves it. My mother has the signature Angelia angel pendant, and like I said, you can dress
What's
them up.
What's an Angelia?
So the Angelia angel pendant is it's an angel in the shape of an angel, but I have it in clear quartz. I have it in rose quartz. I have it in green agate. I have it in all different shapes and forms. Yeah.
And let's just take a step back for a second.
Of course.
How did you come to launch a jewelry line?
Well, as I mentioned, and how you introduced me, fashion has always been a part of my being.
But the fashion that you had before, I thought, was clothing.
It was clothing, but fashion is fashion, and sort of growing up on the stage, being a dancer, that was a whole different form of fashion and costume fashion, and jewelries and jewels and all those sorts of things. And I think because of also my background in hypnosis and different healing, your hypnosis, your aromatherapies, your crystal healing. So to really combine the two, so you have this beautiful jewelry, but it has meaning. It has purpose. You know what I mean? So
rather than just
it's a pretty, but when it's beautiful, but it also has the purpose along with it too.
And so, like, have you been thinking about this for a long time? Where do you find the stones? Do you design them, etc.?
Yeah. So I have always collected these stones, believe it or not.
Oh, really? Okay.
So even travels with whatever wherever life took me, I'd always be on the hunt for a new stone to add to my stone collection, or my gemstone collection, my crystal collection. So it just went like, okay, it's time to share these beautiful pieces, and hope everybody else can benefit from them the way I do.
So my favorite, I don't even know if it's a stone, a rock, I would have thought, is amethyst. Amethyst, am I pronouncing it right?
Yes.
Can you make jewelry out of amethyst?
Yeah, so I have some amethyst pieces.
Oh, really?
I do. Yeah, so I have some amethyst pieces, and then I also have...
amethyst is kind of interesting, I always thought, because it's like stone on the outside, and then it's beautiful on the inside.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. There's different forms of amethyst you can wear. You can wear sort of like a rough, just a very natural amethyst. You can, a lot of people will carry them around in their purse or in their pocket, or have a nice, you've seen the on the desk at work or in the office. But there are some really beautiful pieces made with the amethyst, and you get that energy, that healing energy that comes along with the amethyst as well.
What healing energy comes with amethyst?
It's a deeper understanding. It helps promote intuition. It helps promote wisdom and
maybe that's why I always liked it.
if
Deeper understanding
possible.
wisdom.
And that's exactly what I was saying earlier, is that each individual soul is, we're drawn to, for whatever reason, we're drawn to, what attracts us. So what I like, or what I also like, for instance, a goldstone. I love goldstone. I love the way it twinkles. I love the way it looks, and I like I like the properties that it comes with and stands for. So
what are the stones that you've got in front of you?
So right now I have black obsidian. So that's just a stone that I have with me right now. So I have some pieces in that too. You can check out on my website. I have this beautiful piece. This is a handcrafted, it's a moonstone piece. It's a signature Angelia moonstone. I love the moonstone because moonstone represents, almost femininity. It almost has that motherly compassion. It stands for all of those things. And being a mother, we also have a new moon tonight, correct?
Yeah.
So that's a really that's this one here, very lovely.
And the other, we come back to the jewelry later, but the other just stones that are on the front there.
Yeah, so I've got some tiger's eye, I have some clear quartz, I have some green agates, I have smoky clear quartz, which I have in this one piece here with the clear crystal as well.
Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
What an interesting business that you've gotten into and launched.
Yes, well, thank you. It's a passion of mine, and I'm getting a lot of really fantastic feedback and a lot of very happy customers. So, and that makes it all
the better.
All so.
We're going to take a break and come back more with Laurie Bauld and her new jewelry business, and talk a little bit about launching it during COVID-19 and some of her background just after a short break. Stay with us.
कोविड-19 का हल सिर्फ आपके पास है। घर पर रहें और अगर आपको बुखार या दूसरी अलामत है तो दूसरों से दूर रहें। बाहर के अफराद से 2 मीटर का फासला रखें, चाहे वो खानदान के हों या करीबी दोस्त। ऑफिस और पब्लिक प्लेसेस पर मास्क पहने, वक्फे से हाथ धोएं, ऑनलाइन सेल्फ असेसमेंट करें और जरूरत पड़ने पर टेस्ट करवाएं। फैलाव की रोकथाम के लिए हमारा फर्ज अभी मुकम्मल नहीं हुआ। हम एक दूसरे के ताउन से सबकी हिफाजत यकीनी बना सकते हैं। मजीद जानने के लिए ontario.ca/coronavirus पर विजिट कीजिए।
घर खरीदने का इरादा हो तो सबसे बड़ा मसला मॉर्गेज की अप्रूवल, मगर अब ये मसला नहीं रहा, क्योंकि हमारे साथ हैं मॉर्गेज एडवाइजर मोइन अहमद। मॉर्गेज अप्रूवल सिर्फ एक कॉल के फासले पर। कॉल कीजिए 416-666-1563 और $3,000 कैश हासिल करें। सम कंडीशंस अप्लाई। कॉल कीजिए 416-666-1563। मॉर्गेज एडवाइजर मोइन अहमद।
Buying or selling a residential or commercial property is one of the biggest financial decisions most people will make in their life. The real estate lawyers at Alum Law Chambers will guide you through the complete real estate laws to ensure your transaction completes on time and your dreams come true. Reliable and affordable. Alum Law.
Was your family or business prepared for this financial crisis? Want to learn how I prepare my clients with the essential financial planning pyramid for any financial crisis come their way? Hello, this is Zahid Sayed from Arooj Financial. For your complimentary Zoom or Skype meeting, call my office at 905-624-0008 or visit aroojfinancial.com.
KK Travels believe in providing everyone with first-class customer service. We take care of not only your air ticket, but dignity and respect as well. We are available on WhatsApp anytime for you, even while you are in Pakistan or any other destination. We provide the lowest price guaranteed and are open to price match any airline.
We are KK Travels under supervision of Kas Khan at 905-367-9433 or visit www.kaskhontravels.com.
Are you looking for a different type of realtor? Meet Sohail Khan, broker owner of Century 21 Innovative Realty Inc. You don't need to know a lot about real estate, but you do need to know Sohail Khan, who knows a whole lot about real estate. He knows contracts, negotiations, research, he knows the market, and he really knows the area. When it comes to real estate buying or selling, Sohail Khan is a know-it-all. Get to know Sohail Khan. 416-822-0305 or at sohailkhan.ca. Experience excellence.
टीम फरहान मॉर्गेज सॉल्यूशंस आपकी खिदमत में पेश 15 साल तजर्बे के हामिल, आपकी जरूरियात और मर्जी के एन मुताबिक कारोबारी, रिहायशी, तामीराती और ज़रूरी मॉर्गेज सर्विसेज। हमारा कम तरीन मॉर्गेज रेट। टीम फरहान
को एक दफा खिदमत का जरूर मौका दीजिएगा। And this is my personal promise to you, you will not be disappointed.
At Team Farhan, we have a mortgage solution designed for you. मज़ीद मालूमात के लिए 416-569-9294 या फिर विजिट कीजिए हमारी वेबसाइट www.teamfarhan.com.
Meet Kamran Qureshi. Kamran is an expert in providing personalized advices in the field of mortgage services. He can assist in dealing with purchase transactions, all refinance and equity takeouts, financing for primary or investment properties, transfer from other lenders, debt consolidation. Kamran has been providing mortgage services to the community for the last 17 years. Simply get in touch with the expert to arrange a meeting that works for you. Please call Kamran at 647-280-6663.
एयर विंग्स ट्रैवल एंड टूर्स नॉर्थ अमेरिका की सबसे बाएतमाद और फास्टेस्ट एयर ट्रैवल सर्विसेज। 25 साल का तजर्बा लिए लातादाद अफोर्डेबल ट्रैवल डील्स के साथ एक्सेलेंस इन कस्टमर सर्विसेज ऑन जस्ट वन फोन कॉल। ये है एयर विंग्स ट्रैवल एंड टूर्स। फॉर बुकिंग कॉल नाउ 1855-247-9464 और 905-272-2300। एयर विंग्स ट्रैवल एंड टूर्स।
Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. You know, a lot of us have thought about new businesses and entrepreneurial ventures, and I met Laurie in Bauld a couple of years ago, and was fascinated by some of the fashion business that she'd been involved with. She actually, you lived and worked in Florence, I understand, for a while, and then also in New York, right? And you ran fashion businesses there.
I did, yeah. So I had a women's clothing line, and it was made and manufactured in Florence, Italy. So there was a lot of back and forth. Spent quite a few years there, and it was fascinating. I learned so much about fashion, and you can go to all the school in the world, but when you spend time in actually in Florence. And the culture, and it was such an incredible experience.
I got to tell you a quick little story. I was in Florence, I guess a year and a half ago, so a year before COVID really had its impact, for a wedding, and I wanted to have a brand new Italian-made suit to wear the wedding, and spent a day going to a bunch of different shops and tailors and whatnot. And I couldn't get a tailor-made one because it wasn't time before the wedding, but got a beautiful off-the-rack but Italian-made designer suit special for the wedding. And to buy it in Florence on the main drag, and then go off to a tailor shop to get it altered, it was just a wonderful experience. You must have, and that was just one day. You were there for years. You must have had a ball.
You know what? I totally understand it's timeless. You know, it's timeless. You know, like as you said, like you get that suit and then you take it down the street. It's timeless. It's what fashion is all about. So, no, it was pretty incredible.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
But then you decided to launch this jewelry business, and
Yes.
and so let's talk about the logistics for a second.
Of course.
How does one launch a business? You know, so you had to find the stones. Where did you go to find the stones?
I have a stone collection that I've been collecting over many years.
So these are your own stones that you've put into this jewelry?
Yeah. So these are my stones that I've collected.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
And then how do you attach them to the necklaces? Have you got a manufacturing business,
yes.
or do you do it in your basement
no,
yourself?
I do. No, I'm not in my basement. I have manufacturers that help.
Someone that does
assist
that.
with
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
And you had a website. How did you get the website going?
I just I was looking at all these pieces and I was like, I've got to share these. I've got to share these. I love them. My friends and family love them. So I just put together a website and
Yourself, or did you hire like a webmaster?
Myself.
You did it yourself.
I did it myself.
So you had to teach yourself how to put together
I had
a
to learn a
website.
lot of things.
And then how did you go about promotion?
You know what? I did a lot of promoting just through, it was a social media thing, and then it just went like that, and then word of mouth, and it just sort of snowballed from there.
Excellent. And the interesting thing you said is that you got to find your passion, and that you found your passion.
Yes. Yeah.
So many people don't either figure out what their passion is, let alone actually start working on their passion. That's wonderful that you found out your passion and you're working on it.
I am, yeah. That's so important to me, and I try and instill that to my children that there's no hurry for it. There's no hurry to find your passion, but when you do find it or you feel you found it, to really believe in it, and that's all. And I support that as their mother, and for me, my dance was a passion.
Tell us, we'll come back in a second. Tell us a little bit about that. How did you get into the National Ballet of Canada?
So I started ballet actually quite late. I was a figure skater before that, it just didn't feel right. I was on blades, and I didn't feel I was supposed to be. So I started taking ballet classes, and I was like,
at teenage years, or
no, I was at 11.
Okay.
I think 11, which is it's very elderly
Okay.
in the ballet world. So I started taking ballet lessons, and I was like, I love this. This is what I want to do. And I remember teachers being like, okay, well, everybody wants to be a ballerina. But I just kept pushing. I kept trying. Because I loved it so much, and it wasn't a chore. It wasn't a, go to class and it burns, it hurts, or whatever. I loved it so much. I just kept dancing and kept dancing and kept dancing, and then I was accepted into there was a school in Belleville, Ontario, which is called Quinte Ballet School. I was accepted into there, and it just all kind of went from there, and I just kept dancing, right? It's like the quote, you just keep moving, keep dancing. Yeah.
How long were you with the National Ballet?
So I did first I did an apprenticeship, and then with the Corps de Ballet. So it wasn't, I think, about a year or so, but then when I was pregnant with my first son, and opened a ballet school at my home.
Oh, you opened up a ballet school?
I had a ballet school, yeah.
So what was your favorite ballet to perform in?
Oh, favorite ballet? That is a tricky question, because there have been so many. Firebird, such a passionate ballet, and I really, really enjoyed dancing in that one.
Firebird.
Firebird. Your classics like the Nutcracker. Doing the Arabian dance, the Swan Lake, La Bayadere. Oh God, it's just the.
And you're still teaching today?
I'm still teaching.
And so it still is one of your passions?
It is, yeah, it is.
And then how did you get into hypnosis?
Oh, hypnosis. I was that kid, all the other kids would go, after school to hang out, at the basketball court, which that was great. And I would go to the library and look up things like hypnosis, and I was just that kind of person. I just always found it fascinating in the subconscious mind and consciousness. And
so you were talking about chakras earlier. You mentioned yoga. You've talked about hypnosis. You're talking about these stones. You're a very spiritual person.
I am. Absolutely, I am.
And where does that come from? Just your interest in reading?
No, that comes, I think that's just, I've always been. I don't know, it's like I don't know life not being. I mean, it's just a part of who I am. I guess it comes from my soul.
Now, your mother is an artist, is she not?
She is, yeah.
And so is that where your creativity comes from, do you think?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's an artist. My grandmother is an artist. I mean, it
runs in the family.
Runs in the family. It runs in our veins.
But in addition to being the entrepreneur during COVID-19, which is one of the things that I think is a lesson that a lot of people, want to hear, because you can launch a business during COVID-19. You can launch a business anytime. But some people think, oh no, COVID-19, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
You've launched a business during COVID-19. But the other thing that I think is interesting, and I've heard this from several other people, is that this time has given people an opportunity to sort of sit back and think about what they're passionate about. And you've done that.
Absolutely. You always have to look at it's a tragedy, what's happening in the world, right back to the beginning of this whole pandemic, and to watch, suffering and it's heartbreaking. But at the same time, we've got the choice to, we can either uplift ourselves, we can make with what we can, I've always been one to sort of stand back and really look at what I'm doing, and how I'm doing it. And is it something that my soul is good for my soul, not good for, I've always been that kind of person, and I think a lot of people have had to sort of in shock kind of do that. It's been forced upon people. So I think starting a business during this time, and like I said earlier, I've got the kids at home, and I'm working from home, and I'm not going to let this stop. We can't stop living, and we can't stop doing things that make us happy, and we can't stop doing things that potentially can help other people and make them happy.
Has this made you happy?
This made me very happy. Yeah, and it's made me really happy because my customers and I'm getting such a beautiful review, and they're coming to be in tears. I know they're stones, but like, thank you so much for sharing this, and and the price is amazing, and giving me information, because on my website I have information what each individual stone
means and does,
meanings and stuff, and of course it's these are spiritual meanings. It's spiritual, so I mean, these aren't prescriptions, right? But they are, it all starts.
Now you mentioned stones and crystals. Show me your crystal. Do you have a crystal?
Yeah, so I have like some clear crystal in with my milky quartz, and I also do. I have sort of a gift with purchase, which is a stone that I intuitively sort of pick. So say you were to order this stone here or the sapphire. I will pick a stone to sort of send along as a gift with purchase.
Oh, really?
And then with some information about that stone and what it can be used for. I mean, they're great to, right down to, have them on your desk. You give them to your kids when they're in school. And kind of put them all over the house. You can even run a bath and you put a couple stones, and they're sort of visualization tools for meditation. It's like having it right there. It tell you you begin a meditation with going to a rose garden. Well, you can actually hold a clear quartz crystal in your hand and sort of start your meditation from there. And that's, same with hypnosis as well. So, and that's what with the crystal therapy that
What's crystal therapy?
Crystal therapy is just using the crystals and the gemstones in with sort of relaxation therapy techniques like that. You know, a lot of people will use rose quartz, again, on the skin to sort of just get the blood circulation going and different things like that. And really just relaxation therapy.
I did hot stone therapy at one point in time, which was really cool.
Did you enjoy it?
I've
never done that.
I really quite enjoyed that. And as I mentioned, my father used to go and collect amethysts, and he would put amethysts in big, huge amethysts on in the living room on the fireplace mantle, and I loved that, and I used to just stare at them. And I never knew that they had these sort of potentially spiritual properties that you talk about.
Absolutely.
So tell us about how we buy them if we're interested. Do you have a website?
I do. I have a website, and I have a website that's which is AngeliaJewelry.com.
Angelia, how do you spell
Angelia.
it?
So ANGELIYAH, Angelia. So the name comes from my two daughters. So the beginning of so is Angeli, which is my eldest daughter. The word means God bringing, tide bringing God in from the water. So the tide, and Aliyah means to rise above, to move up. So the two, God bringing in the tide, and to rise up. So God rise. So this is where Angelia comes from.
Okay.
My sons are waiting for for their names to be added.
That's when you come out with all the bracelets for men or something.
That's
like
right.
that. And so again, what's the website?
AngeliaJewelry.com.
AngeliaJewelry.com. And are you on social media if people want to follow you?
I am. Yes, I am.
And what's your social media handles?
So I'm AngeliaJewelry.com. And Laurie Bauld. I have Laurie Hypnosis. I can give you a card after.
And what's the website for Laurie Bauld Hypnosis?
Yeah, so it's just the website. So AngeliaJewelry.com.
That's the place to go. Okay.
That's the place to go.
And I think this is exciting. I'm going to try to figure out what I can buy to give away as a present for something or other. Who knows what? But I think it's inspiring that you've launched this business during COVID-19. I think it's fantastic that you've found your passion. And I think that your products are spectacular. So thank you so much for sharing them with us.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much for having me here today and sharing these gemstones and crystals.
I wanted to share Laurie Ann's story with you for a couple of reasons. I think that, as I just mentioned, a lot of people are thinking about launching businesses and have dreamt about it for a long period of time, and now are saying, oh no, I got to stay at home. There's nothing happening. No, you can actually launch a business. You can actually develop the website yourself, and you can find the products yourself and find someone to manufacture it. So don't take COVID-19 as a time not to launch that thing that you may have wanted to launch it. But the other thing is take the time to think about what you're passionate about, what you really want to do in life, what your legacy is. And Laurie Ann has figured that out. I'd like to try to figure it out for myself, and I hope you give yourself a chance to figure it out. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. That's the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. Thank you so much for joining us.